from a 23-year-old registered medical technologist, creative content maker, an entrepreneur, striving to be the best version of myself while making an impact on other people's lives. Be inspired, be influenced, and at the same time, grow and develop yourself with me from upcoming amazing speakers from all walks of life. Only here at Lorraine's Lavue. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following segments are those of the host and guest only. Viewers' discretion is advised.
I'm excited to introduce to you a former call center agent and shared services professional and a director in a multinational company. Grabe, director, diba dati sa employment, pero grabe, hinahato talaga yung pagnenegosyo. And also experienced product and customer service trainer. And ito naman talaga, sobrang talaga ako, hanga ako sa tao to kahit di pa kami nag-meet in person. Kasi siya yung tipo ng tao, or siya yung someone na I really look up to. At the same time, siya yung tipo ng tao pa nagsalita, full of wisdom talaga, na quotable. Lagi ko sinasabi, alam niya, diba? Lagi ko sinasabi, quotable siya. Pwede ko siyang i-tweet, pwede ko siyang i-repost. Kasi yung mga sinasabi niya, sobrang value-adding talaga. And this person, sobrang reliable talaga siyang tao. Kaya naman, sobrang excited ako sa share niyang wisdom and may import niyang knowledge sa ating lahat. Kasi ako mismo maglo-learn ako for sure from this segment kasi problema ko rin to, diba? So, nandyan na po ba ang ating speaker for tonight? For Donard Absalon. Hello, hello!
Hi, good evening sa millions of fans watching. Thank you so much, Miss Lorraine. Sa mga fans natin dyan, good evening po sa inyo. We're live. First live ko to, ha?
Wow, I'm so excited. Bernard, or Sir Donard. Bernard is your father pala. Grabe, medyo na tayo dito. Medyo nalilito-lito kasi magkasing gwapo talaga sila, diba? So ngayon naman, Sir Donard, can you tell us about yourself naman? Kasi syempre, diba, ako medyo familiar talaga for sure. Pero syempre, before we impart our knowledge about the specific topic that we have tonight, syempre mas gusto natin na mas makilala pa tayo ng ating audience.
Yes. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name's Donard, pero nabanggit nga ni Miss Lorraine, no? Don Bernard kasi yung pangalan ko. Pero palayaw ko Donard kasi pag kinumbine mo yung Don at yung Bernard, ayun. That's my nickname. And just like what Miss Lorraine said, no? By the way, before I further introduce myself, thank you so much, Miss Lorraine, for inviting me here. Nakakakaba din pala, no? Tapos kakaiba yung may mga ring light ka sa paligid para lang makita ka ng audience. But appreciate the invite. So going back, I am a family guy and I currently live in Iloilo, although I am from Manila. Mm-hmm. And as you have mentioned, I was in the call center industry for 10 years. Grabe. And then I transferred to the shared services industry and stayed there for 3 years. And now I am fully doing a business. And thankfully, thank you kay Lord for He is blessing us tremendously despite what's happening around. So yun lang naman quick, very quick background. Although I finished computer science in PUP, I never was able to pursue the career. And dahil kasi 'di ba, pag nag-start ka talaga sa trabaho, kailangan mo talaga is to earn. So that's why I started in the call center. Ayan.
Yeah,
and,
that's nice.
This is where it took me.
Wow, grabe. Sobrang excited ako to learn from you tonight, Sir Donard, diba? Pero aside from yung sa family mo and sa work mo po ngayon, I'm curious, ano pa po yung ibang pinagkakabala niyo such as yung hobbies niyo? Mahilig din po ba kayong makinig sa podcast or sa mga magbasa ng libro? Magbasa
ng libro, I'm trying. Kasi yung kind ng personality ko kasi, I would rather watch. I'm a movie fanatic. I watch a lot of movies. Kung ang libro ay ginawang movie, din ako sa movie. Pero I'm really trying to discipline myself to read books and hindi naman ako yung tipo ng tao na talagang umuubos ng mga episodes. I would rather watch something inspirational, motivational. Wow. And I also am a gamer myself. So, alam ko maraming nakikinig dyan. Currently, Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, di ba, computer game. Pero I try to limit it kasi may tendency akong maging maging addicted kasi alam mo yung tipo ng gamer na medyo may gusto mo lahat ng quest na gagawa mo or
Ay,
lahat ng items. May pagka-perfectionist
hmm.
kasi ako pagdating sa games.
Sabi
Kaya
na, yan, connected talaga sa topic natin, diba?
hindi pwede may nami-miss ng mga bagay. Kailangan kumpletong-kumpleto. Kaya mahirap talaga ako mapunta sa games kasi I need to have everything 100% complete.
Yeah. So, to share din naman, di ba, Sir Bernard, Sir Donard,
Nalito na.
talaga. Sir Donard, di ba, yung kung ikaw sa games, kung gusto mo talaga natatapos yung quest, since ako, movie fanatic din ako, ay nako, pag may nasimulan din ako, lalo pag series, kailangan ko siyang matapos. Kasi ewan ko, may pagka-OC ako na dapat, hindi, kahit one episode na, kailangan ko siyang matapos till the end. Kaya dapat pa nag-start din talaga ako. May time talaga, or spare time talaga siya, kumbaga, hindi siya yung makakain ng grabe ng oras ko, diba? Kaya sobrang saktong-sakto naman talaga sa topic natin for tonight. Kasi diba, perfectionism destroys productivity. Totoo nga ba to? Kasi parang may pagka-oxymoron siya or parang ironic kung papakinggan kasi most of the people nowadays wait for the perfect moment to begin working on something, not realizing that the perfect moment na yon often does not come. Diba? Kasi it also results in destruction of your productivity. Diba? Ako, guilty ako dito sa topic natin na to. Kaya I'm excited to learn about the tips and tricks kung ano ba yung pwede natin gawin para ma-overcome natin siya, diba? So ngayon naman, sige, simulan na natin to since I'm very excited talaga to know na yung inputs mo dito, Sir Bernard. Ready ka na ba?
Yes, ready na. Thank you.
Okay, man. So we are now, diba, 6 sa live natin. So hello guys. I hope na makakapag-add kami ng value sa inyo. So keep on sharing this live para mas madami pa tayong matulungan through this video. So ngayon, unang tanong ko, Sir Donard, Sir Donard, is ano po ba talaga yung perfectionism? O ano ba yung perfectionist na tao? Ano din po ba yung cons yan or pros or advantages and disadvantages niya?
Well, I haven't really defined it or hindi ko na mahinanap sa dictionary, no, pero I relate it to myself and to the people I have observed. Pero perfectionism is something na it can be positive, it can also be negative, but it is always wanting everything in place at the right time, at the right moment. And yun nga, 100% everything is working. So based on my personal experience, okay lang ba ang i-share ko is experience ko kasi ako mismo may side sa akin na may pagka-perfectionist ako.
Same.
Medyo naman ako sa papa ko 'yan at siguro namanan niya rin in a way sa lolo ko at nagkapasapasahan na. Siguro yung pinanggalingan namin perfect being. Pero kung si God 'yon, 'di ba?
Yes, perfect being talaga.
Diba? But I mean, that's a never-ending struggle that we have for people like us na trying to do better in life by reducing yung pagiging perfectionist namin sa lahat ng aspect ng buhay. But here are the things that I learned as a semi-perfectionist with some things. If you are a perfectionist, the 3 things that are on top of my mind is when you are a perfectionist, you are extremely satisfied. Hindi lang satisfied, no, extremely satisfied with your work. And if it's something people will ask you about, yung ginagawa mo, you will know it so much. Alam mo yung pasikot-sikot. And the thing about this is parang kikwento ko lang, no, kung ano meron ako pa, baka nag-iisip yung mga tao. Ano kaya mga bagay na medyo may perfect ma-perfect tayo. So for example, I don't know about you, Miss Lorraine, no, pero ako kasi alam ko pag may gumamit ng toothpaste ko, pag may gumamit ng face wash ko, kasi malalaman ko may pumindot sa gitna o dun sa may bandang dulo ng nozzle.
Same.
Ako kasi, pag ganun talaga mula sa ilalim, pag ganyan. And I've shared a recent post in my My Day na ayokong tumatapak sa linya pag naglalakad. Ganyan. So hindi ko alam kung anong meron sa akin, pero in a way, parang ganon. And the way that I arrange my desk, maybe chaotic sa iba, pero may reason kung bakit siya ganun. Sa paglilinis ng mga bagay, kailangan talaga hindi lang ang dala ko yung towel. Kailangan may toothbrush din ako tsaka pang suksok kasi hanggang sa kadulu-duluhan talaga susuksukin mong ganun, 'di ba? Kaya when you're done, you're extremely satisfied. And you know na talagang pag nilinis mo 'yan, malinis talaga, or pag tinapos mo ang isang bagay, talagang from inside to the outside, perfect nga siya. Perfectionist nga eh. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, satisfaction. That's the first thing that you will get. Second would be people would know how you work. People would cram to work with you. But the downside would be medyo matitake advantage ka. Which we will talk about it later. But the thing is, you also tend to get the right people into your team. Kasi dahil alam nila na may pagka-perfectionist ka, alam nila na mataas ang standard mo. So the people that will go to you are the people who also uphold a high standard. So this can relate to sa work or sa mga friends, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing if you look at it on a proper perspective. Ikaw, nakaka-relate ka ba? May mga nasasabi ba akong medyo...
Sobra. Lalo na po dun sa gamit mo, diba? Ako sa cabinet naman, alam ko talaga pag may nagbukas ng cabinet ko, kasi alam ko kung paano ko siya tinupi, kahit para sa nanay ko, sa mama ko, magulo siya. Pero para sa akin, maayos siya, diba? And then, sa table ko din talaga, like, alam ko kung saan ko nilagay yung ballpen ko, alam ko kung pag nagalaw siya, or yung mismong laptop ko din. Basta alam ko talaga siya pag may gumalaw. Or kahit mismo sa telephone, diba? Yung pagkabagsak mo, tas kung saan yung wire, ay, parang parang related sa Squid Game. Di ko alam kung napanood mo na yun, pero may ganong, may
series, di ba?
May ganong scenario doon na napansin niya, yung wire ng nung telephone, parang nasa kabila na instead of dun sa kabila kung saan siya nasa usually kung nasaan. So ganun din ako, kaya nakarelate ako dun sa part na yun, di ba?
Yeah. But the good thing about it is you easily know if something is wrong.
Yeah.
Kasi alam mo siya kung paano siya dapat eh. And the good thing about it as well is, yung mga perfectionists, magaling ng mga engineers yan at mga electrician. Kasi syempre, hindi ka pwede pumalya doon. Pag pumalya ka doon, kuryente yun, di ba? Bahay yan. So, when it comes to work, maganda yung pagiging perfectionist. As long as you have the budget, of course. And organization. It's a very good thing to, a good personality to acquire. When it's about work and it's about something that you need to do. And so yun nga, the satisfaction that you get, and then you will get quality people in your team, regardless if it's a business or if it's work or if it's a project or if you're at school, mga kasama mo sa thesis. And number 3, you stand out and you easily get promoted. Alam mo naman sa work, di ba? Gusto nila talaga perfect ka na pati sa email mo, 'di ba? Hindi nililipat mo pa yan sa Word. May ganun ako eh. Ganun yung pagka-perfectionist ko. Ililipat mo sa Word, tapos i-spell check mo muna bago mo i-send. Pag nag-post ka sa Facebook, kailangan tama yung spelling, exclamation mark,
spacing.
Spacing, hindi ka magdo-double space. Yung your, 'di ba? Yung your tsaka UR, yung apostrophe RA, nadidetect mo yon eh kasi critical ka sa mga ganun. So, ang maganda rin sa perfectionist, you're a critical thinker. And you tend to point out the things that can still be improved. And you really get what you want. So it's quality, So satisfaction, people, you filter satisfaction, the people
quality
that
people.
You want, and then the quality of work. So those are the 3 positives. Now, if I
yung
may,
sa disadvantage naman, diba?
Yes. So, po-proceed naman tayo dyan. Pero okay lang pa ba kayo dyan, mga nasa live natin? Balita ko mga 8,000 na daw yan,
8 million na yan next, mamaya-maya lang. 8 million.
But thank you so much, Mr. Rain, for having these kinds of talk. Kasi alam ko, somewhere along the line, it will help people understand themselves better and then overcome these challenges in life. So, okay. Number 1, the cons. Nakakapagod maging perfectionist. Why? Because you tend to do everything yourself.
Yeah,
kasi pag
exactly.
ginawa ka na, di ba pag nag-project ka, ayaw mong mahawakan ng ibang tao. Kasi feeling mo masisira. Like PowerPoint. Gusto mo ikaw na lang yung tumapos ng PowerPoint from beginning to end. Kasi pati yung font, pantay-pantay. Ako ganun kasi ako eh.
Opo. Tama.
Oo, yung color scheming, 3 lang, tapos 6 na linya
yung
lang.
Font style, font size.
Alam mo pa, may tendency ako, no? Pag nagta-transition ka from the first slide to the second to the third, kung may logo ka, tinitingnan ko kung gumagalaw yun.
Kung same position.
Same position. Kailangan same position yon. So, that's the good. Right, earlier we talked about quality of work, pero ngayon you tend to be an individual contributor
Mhm.
na ayaw mong mahawakan ng iba yung ginagawa mo. So in a way, nababawasan yung teamwork.
Yeah.
Di ba? Nababawasan yung teamwork. And people tend to think na since perfectionist ka, they'll just give you money to do everything yourself kasi nga masyado kang nagiging masita sa gawain ng ibang tao. Parang feeling tuloy
Ethical.
nila, oo, lagi
Mm.
silang napapagalitan hanggang sa mapunta sa utak nila, ay kasi ikaw perfect. O, di ba?
May
Pero
specific word kami dyan sa Bicol, coach,
ano
Sir
yan?
Donald, masiri. Tawag namin dyan, masiri.
Masiri.
As
Ano ibig
in,
sabihin ng masiri?
yun yung sobrang onting detalye na papansin mo talaga. Parang ganon.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Sige, para kang micromanager. Yun ang
Yes.
mo,
Oo,
yung
parang ganon.
kinahihinatnan mo.
Mm-mm.
So yun, it's again, that is the ano ba yun? Ano ba yung con?
Yung
Yan
disadvantage.
yung disadvantage. Okay, kasi pros and cons, sabi nga, ano nga ba yung con? So, yung disadvantage niyan. And so yun, it's training and you lessen teamwork. The second one is it's not duplicable.
Yes.
Especially right now that I'm in a business, no? If I do something perfectly, hindi ko mapigilang masita yung iba kasi they're not able to really 100% copy it, the quality that I have, kasi I've gone through the experiences for years, but before I can get to that kind of product quality, kumbaga ganon, production of service. So mahirap siyang ibigay sa ibang tao or mahirap siyang i-duplicate sa ibang tao kasi people will perceive na parang hindi ko na siya susundin, masyadong perfect eh. Hindi ko kaya yon. What if nag-i-start pa lang sila? Di ba? Beginner. So kailangan medyo mag-tone down tayo kasi we have to give other people chance to make mistake kasi even perfectionists, before we get to where we are in that particular aspect in life, we already have made a lot of mistakes. And we have to remember that the master has failed more than the beginner has tried.
I love that. Yeah.
We have to forgive other people if they make mistakes kasi tayo din at one point, we didn't just wake up and then we're already good at something. Diba? It took us years na patalasin yung ating mga utak, yung skills natin, correct? And we don't want to, kasi sometimes you're perceived as like a king or queen, yung para kang masyado kang mamando pag perfectionist ka. So, di ba? Parang pag nagkamali sila, parang Queen of Hearts na off with the head. Parang tanggalin yan. Nakakatakot, nakakabangungot yun, di ba? So people won't want to work with you. And people won't be able to relate to you if you're a perfectionist, di ba? Yeah, it's better that you relate to a lot more people and give something away, like this particular characteristic, in some aspects in your life. And number 3, it slows you down. So let's go back to the title.
Yeah.
Kung yung perfectionism ba is it affects productivity, I would say it depends on how you look at it, but generally from my perspective, yes, it does affect productivity in a small good way, but the bigger part is it does not. It affects negatively. Bakit? Kasi masyado tayong na-stuck sa isang bagay na minsan maliit lang, pero dahil perfectionist ka, kahit maliit lang, it bothers you so much. So hindi mo ngayon na-apply yung Pareto law na 20-80. Di ba? You do 20% effort to 80% that affects the work. Yeah. Some people, they put 80% of their effort dun sa 20% na maliit na lang na bagay na nako-contribute sa overall result. So, yun yung disadvantage na magkakaroon ka ng paralysis by analysis.
Yeah, I love that last Grabe talaga, quotable talaga to si Sir Donard, di ba? So ngayon naman, Sir Donard, di ba kasi napag-usapan na natin ano ba talaga yung perfectionist and then ano yung advantages and disadvantages nito. Pero ngayon, ang pinakatanong ko rin talaga, and for sure, di ba katanungan din to ng mga nanonood or nakikinig sa atin ngayon, ayan, nag-hi yung aso ko, di ba? Hello daw sa inyo. So, Ayan, di ba? So, eto, tanong din to ni Chami, nung aso ko. Sabi niya, Sir Donard, ang perfectionism ba, or yung pagiging perfectionist mo ba, is it a strength or a weakness?
Again, it depends. It depends on the result or the situation that you're in. Let's just say, ikaw na lang tanungin ko, no, Miss Lorraine. In a relationship, is it good to be a perfectionist?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So workplace, is it good to be a perfectionist?
No then.
No then. Okay. So sabihin natin sa pagka-calculate ng kung accountant ka, do you need to be a perfectionist? So okay lang magkaroon ng extra zero sa dulo, di ba? Ganyan. What would you say?
No, kailangan medyo critical yun.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it can be a strength when it comes to work, but a weakness in a relationship or other aspects in life. I would say perfectionism should be just on the quality of work that we have. But other things, hindi naman siya kailangan talaga. All right? Because for me, being a perfectionist, sometimes it's equivalent to being stubborn. People would like you to do, ito yung mas better, pero sa tingin mo kasi ikaw nga ang perfect, so gagawin mo one thing your way, neglecting the suggestions of other people. Even if it's working, it may not be perfect, but it's working. Sometimes you do something that you think it's perfect, but in reality, when you apply it, hindi naman talaga siya gumagana. Kasi nga, hindi duplicable, hindi madali sundan. Diba? It's draining people, masyadong mahirap, and it slows them down. So, yun, I would say it depends on where you use your perfectionism in. If it's an assigned task and it's something about work, it's something about especially money, hindi ka pwedeng magkamali dyan kung depende sa profession mo. But most of the time, outside of work, perfectionism will damage you. Kasi masyado kang maraming sinisitang mga bagay.
So,
did it make sense?
Yes,
sense
it does. More on talaga siya, balance, kumbaga, di ba? May mga moments na kailangan mo talaga maging perfectionist or maging super masiri. Masiri talaga. Kasi yun talaga, minsan na mention din ng, parang masyado akong masiri. Kasi nga yung, parang may pagka-perfectionist. Sabi rin ng mga aso namin dito sa kapitbahay, hello guys. Di ba? So, yan. And, on the other hand, kailangan din natin siyang kontrolin kasi nga depende sa sitwasyon. And sabi nga, 'di ba, failure is seen as a weakness, 'di ba? Most of the people yun yung tingin nila sa failure eh. And anything less than perfect is a failure. 'Di ba? So we got to the point that we're too afraid then to even try kasi we're afraid to fail and to expose our flaws and imperfections. 'Di ba? So lang talaga yung parang sometimes takot tayo makita ng iba yung mga flaws natin or ako personally, just to give you an example. For example, sa pagpo-post sa social media. Ayan, sa pagpo-post sa social media kasi sila Sir Donard, 'di ba? Alam nila somehow strength ko yung pagpo-post ng content sa social media. Pero behind that, ilang beses ko check yung photos yan, 'di ba? Kung may mali ba sa wordings ko, kung may mali ba sa period na nalagay ko or sa comma, 'di ba? Na dapat magpo-pause ka muna pag binasa mo to. May mga ganun. As in to the point, pinapa-proofread ko pa siya sometimes, 'di ba? Before posting it. So ayun, for me, somehow at some point sa akin, sometimes weakness ko siya. Kasi nga, again, it delays my work or yung productivity ko the whole day na, as in, nade-delay talaga yung mga dapat kong gawin, kumbaga. 'Di ba? So, ngayon naman, since napag-usapan na natin, 'di ba, na kung weakness ba siya or strength. Ngayon, ang tanong ko naman, Sir Donard, 'di ba?
Saan na pupunta yung Bernard? Papa ko yan eh.
Di ko alam, Sir Donald, kasi na-confuse ako. Diba? Pero ngayon, ang tanong ko naman po, how does it affect naman rather your productivity na nga and yung mindset mo mismo? Paano siya yung pag ganito yung pag gusto mo perfect lahat, paano siya directly nakaka-affect dun sa ginagawa mo or sa mindset mo itself?
Okay. Pag gusto mo kasi perfect ang lahat, other than it slows you down, you're not being genuine. Katulad nga ng sinabi mo eh, di ba? Sometimes people want to look perfect in social media. That's why usong-uso ang Photoshop, right? If that's not how you look, magre-remove ka ng i-remove mo yun ng mga pimples mo, tapos magse-sexy mo. Kaya, 'di ba, when people see you, ikaw ba talaga 'to, yung nasa parang iba naman.
Yeah.
So I think it affects you in a way sa pagiging genuine mo as a
Mm-mm.
person.
Yeah,
Yun, yung pagiging
tama.
perfectionist. Na sometimes you have to be vulnerable with people. Because if you are too perfect, parang think about it this way. When you think about a flawless skin, ang naisip
Mhm.
natin Korean, 'di ba? So ang nagiging standard tuloy ng mga tao is like in Korea, I don't know how their culture is there, pero I have a slight idea na parang
Mhm.
ang pagpaparetoke sa kanila is normal, right?
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
parang ang idea nila of being perfect is yung mga sexy stars nila, pero they don't know what's going on, behind the scene. Na
Mhm.
talaga kailangan nilang kumain ng onte, puro lang tubig, because people
Mhm.
are aiming for just physical perfection, physical perfection.
Mm-mm.
So hindi yun maganda kasi you're focusing too much on something that would eventually decompose in time. So in being a perfectionist, we have to be perfectionist with the things that would help other people and probably a legacy that you want to leave. Ayan. I don't know if I'm straying away sa question mo kasi ang question mo is how does it affect yung mindset, no? Um, when it comes to mindset naman for me, we have to not be a perfectionist. At least sa profession ko ngayon, sa business. We can't be a perfectionist unless it's about money. Okay? Outside of that, because you're going to treat people, and in treating people, you can't be perfect. There's no, 'di ba ang tao naman, um, there's no perfect being except kay God, of course, kay Lord. So our life is a never-ending pursuit of getting to the best version of ourselves, not to be a God, na maging perfect being talaga. Kasi wala naman sa atin ang blameless. So, if we remove yung pagiging perfectionist natin sa mindset natin, it's more freeing to do a lot of things. A lot of things. Kanina sinabi mo, 'di ba, may opportunity kang binanggit na a lot of people they want to be perfect before they grab on the opportunity. But
Yes.
let me remind all of our listeners right now at sa mga future na makikinig nito na hindi na po live, no?
Mhm.
Um, there is no perfect opportunity. There's just the opportunity made perfect. There's no
Yeah.
perfect time because we just get there, we just experience things, and then we hone our skills so that we can get to the mastery.
Yeah.
Meron nga mastery, may doctorate degree, wala namang perfect degree. Wala namang
Mhm.
tataas doon. So we can never really achieve perfection. So why aim for it? Why aim for 100% being a person that's good at everything? No, if you could be good at just some things, kasi if you want to be you want to master a lot of things, sabi nga, 'di ba, jack of all trades, master of none. It again, that depends on where you're at and where you're applying it in life.
Mm-mm.
And yun, when you are sa relationships naman, when you put your perfectionism somewhere else, you become more forgiving in sa relationship, 'di ba? Forgiveness is really really a big thing because some perfectionists in a relationship, parang isang pagkakamali mo lang, tapos na tayo. O we
Mm-mm.
don't give people second chances. Parang you don't believe in change in some people. So we have to have the right way, katulad ng binanggit mo kanina no, Miss Lorraine. We just have to perfectionism is good, but we just have to know where in life we need to apply it.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yep.
Tama naman. And just to add to that, diba, Sir Donard, for me kasi perfection, eto, patama to sa sarili ko, to be honest, kasi perfectionism is just a glorified version of procrastination.
Mm.
To be honest, kasi 'di ba mapaparalyze tayo ng perfectionism mo, and perfection is the enemy of progress as well. Kasi nga
Yes.
whenever, for example, whenever I want to finish a book, for example, ako talaga, ito personal experience, whenever I want to finish a book, gusto ko talaga, kunyari, 30 minutes ko siya babasahin. Wala akong gagawin. Like, wala akong iba gagawin or di ako pwedeng makausap ng iba, di ako mag-open ng phone ko, ganyan. So, ayan. Tapos, pag, kunyari, in the middle of it, kasi naka-timer yan na 30 minutes. Tapos, kunyari, 15 minutes pa lang, biglang may tumawag sa akin or may kailangan ibang gawin. parang somehow, ayoko namang ma-feel yun. Somehow, parang medyo hindi ko natapos yung kailangan ko gawin within 30 minutes na dapat natapos ko siya, na dapat nakailang pages ako within 30 minutes. Parang ganon. So, imbes na minsan, alam ko naman yung proper mindset is balikan ko na lang. Pwede ko man i-time na lang ulit kung ano yung naiwan ko, diba? Tapos basahin ko na lang. Pero sometimes parang there's a part of me na, ay, ayoko na lang siya basahin kasi hindi ko na natapos. Parang ganon. So somehow parang another specific examples, yun nga, sa social media posting, somehow pag hindi pa okay sa akin, yung sa Instagram, I don't know if familiar ka doon, Sir Donard, diba? Sa Instagram, box siya. So ako, hindi naman ako super aesthetic, like, I post what I want, I post what I think na mag-add value to the people na makakita, but at the same time, I have this part sa akin na dapat gusto ko yung color niya, kunyari, lahat may shade of brown, para maganda siya pag in-scroll, parang ganon. So,
Yes.
I have that ugali. Ugali talaga. And for example, last example is whenever I want to draw something or mag-sketch. So, for example, mahilig ako mag-sketch, yung mga mga anime, ganyan. So, ayan, mag-sketch ako. Tapos, sometimes, pag hindi ko na natapos yung paanan niya or yung lower body niya, ayoko na siya tapusin. Parang mga ganon, diba? So, napaparalyze yung progress, napaparalyze yung dapat natapos mo. Kumbaga, so yun talaga siya sa akin, diba? So, do you have anything to add to that?
Yes,
Donald?
I have. Kasi mahilig ako mag-drawing ng bata ko. So, ang pinakamahirap dito kasi you waste a lot of time. You waste a lot of resources when you are a perfectionist. So, simple example lang. Ako kasi hindi ako nagdo-drawing ng pencil. Diretsong ballpen ako. So, just imagine na kapag nagdo-drawing ako, pag nasobrahan ko ng arc yan, bagong papel. Pag umukay na yung arc, tapos nadulas ka lang ng onte, bago na naman. Kasi ballpen yan eh. Di ba? Kaya kailangan nga, it connects to our topic, no? Kailangan talaga, pag may ginawa ka, yung pwede ka pang bumalik ng kahit papano, yung may pang-eraser ka muna, you test it first before you really do it permanently. Parang habits natin, di ba? You can't stick to just the habit and then stick to it at the end. Kailangan nag-a-adjust ka rin along the way. Because things happen. Minsan you plan for something pero iba naman yung desire mo ganito pero yung will ni Lord iba naman. Diba? Ano mangyayari sa iyo? Di yan na naman paparalyze ka naman. Bakit ganito? Questionin mo yung buhay. Ba't ganito? Ginawa ko naman lahat Parang from my perspective, I did everything. Bakit hindi ito yung naging outcome? But that's life. That's it's 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it.
Yes,
and kung yung reaction mo is parang this should not have happened to me. Baka mamaya magtanong sa iyo, sino suggest mo? Ano mangyari? 'Di ba? Parang kanya-kanya lang naman tayo ng mga problema sa buhay. It's just how do we carry it?
Yeah.
And ayun, that's with may idea pa ako kanina pero natabunan. But yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying about being a perfectionist.
Minsan nakaka-high blood siya. Agree ka ba, Sir Donald?
Nako, yan nga eh. Yan nga yun kasi I've been, of course, we've been friends for about more than a year na.
Yes.
Pero hindi pa tayo nagkita kahit isang
Hindi pa.
beses. So pagbalik ko ng Manila ng December,
it's a
we'll
must.
be seeing each other. Oh, it is a must. It's one to check out from the
tayo, Sir
bucket list.
Donald.
Oo, sa tingin ko yung sounds natin, yung sound kanina. Ayun, pwede yun, di ba? Meron ganun sound sa TikTok eh. Sige, tsaka ayun, it reminded me, di ba? Yung sa mga nagti-TikTok, raw lang yun eh. But they get a lot of likes. So sabihin mo nang when you are perfectionist tapos social media influencer ka, no? Hindi kasi nagmamatter yung perfect ka eh. Kasi minsan nga mas sinusundan pa yung mga tao. Alam mo yung yung teacher na pumipiyok-piyok pa pag kumakanta. Di ba sikat siya? Tsaka yung seller ng...
Relatable kasi.
Tsaka nakakatuwa kasi. Nakakatuwa. And people would tend to go for nakakatuwa kaysa nakakabilib.
Yeah.
Oo. Kasi mas nakikita na, ito talaga tao. Ito magagaya ko. Ito madali lang. Ito pala talaga ang tao. Etong isa is medyo semi-robot na kasi almost perfect, di ba? And again, it slows everything down. So I would suggest na we just do our best. And sometimes, sabi nga nung mentor namin sa business, when you have to do something, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. May tinatawag pa nga sa amin, pikit mata. If you want to do something and something mo nakakahiya siyang gawin or something na hindi ka sure na something na sa tingin mo mag-iiba yung tingin sa'yo ng ibang tao or pangit ng itsura mo, just do
Do
it.
it.
Pikit mata. And let people judge it. Kasi minsan, when we are perfectionists, we judge ourselves so much and we think na parang kailangan maging perfect tayo sa ibang tao na na-stuck na nga lang talaga tayo sa ginagawa natin. So, just do it nga naman talaga. Yun lang.
Yeah.
Oo. Pero yan, tama no, yung pagiging perfectionist, mabilis ka kasi mairita.
Yes,
May
exactly.
Kaya talaga yung high blood, totoo yan. Hypertension, even sa, yung namumula yung, ay parang galit na galit ka, namumula yung mukha mo kasi syempre yung takbo ng dugo mo. So, yun, I was about to ask you kasi di ba magkakilala tayo for a year and I keep seeing you, of course, sharing products na makakatulong sa health natin. Kasi when it comes to our health, we have to be semi-perfect.
Yeah.
Especially with COVID happening. It's not just protecting ourselves, but preparing what we should do pag dumating na siya. Dumating na siya sa atin. So, what could you recommend ba para sa mga blood-related conditions and specifically yung pagiging hypertensive kapag masyado kang perfectionist sa karelasyon mo or sa mga ginagawa mo?
Ito na nga, di ba? Kung ikaw nakikinig ka, sa 8 na nakikinig ngayon, di ba? Kung ikaw perfectionist ka, tapos feeling mo, di ba, lagi kang parang high blood or hypertensive or kung diabetic ka or kung may asthma ka, di ba? Or ito pa, kung allergic ka, diba? Ito na nga yung gusto kong maipakilala sa inyong product, which what we call the USANA PROFLAVANOL C100. So, itong product na to, USANA patented hybrid technology siya. Ibig sabihin, talaga, exclusive, diba? Nasa USANA lang. And combining siya ng USANA PROFLAVANOL C100 mismo na grapeseed extract and then kalahati niya is yung policy din na USANA din natin na product, which is the vitamin C na 600 mg. Diba? So, anong meron dito? 50 times siya na more powerful than vitamin E lang talaga and 20 times naman na more powerful than vitamin C itself. And it helps promote better blood circulation and blood pressure related sa ating pagiging hypertensive pag masyado tayong perfectionist. Diba? And also, it supports balanced immune function with antihistamine na din siya. Kaya nga pwedeng-pwede to sa mga taong may allergies. Diba? And which helps din sa mga allergic reactions mo and helps lower bad cholesterol, diba? LDL, yung LDL natin, it helps to lower that bad cholesterol and anti-inflammatory din siya at the same time for healthier and younger looking skin. Kaya naman, if meron ka, diba, Sir Donard, nakakilala or ikaw mismo or yung nakikinig ngayon, if you think, diba, kailangan mo tong product na to na highly recommended din talaga sa cardiovascular and immune health mo, you should try it out, diba? So, wag ka nang mahiya na i-chat ako or kahit si Sir Donald mismo, diba? For sure, matutulungan ka rin talaga to assist you, diba? Kung gusto mo talagang matry itong product na to. Ayan naman.
Yeah. So, kapag kunyari allergic ako sa isang tao, take ka lang ng isang, okay na ako, hindi lang ako allergic sa kanya.
Pero ipa-usapan yun.
Sige. And I know, yung USANA products, people perceive it as something that is of high quality, pero hindi naman sa talaga super mahal. Kasi when you take it, because I know the products, when you really calculate it, kung maging perfectionist ka sa pag-calculate ng per milligram na content, ako talagang it beats all, hindi some all of the products in the market, when it comes to protecting ourselves. So, highly, highly recommended talaga.
Yes,
so, thanks for recommending.
Yes, diba?
I trust you kasi nas medtech ka eh.
Yes,
ako, ano ba naman ako, di ba? Computer science, call center, ano ba namang binatbat ko sa medtech. So, I'll take that. And then, of course, actually, na-take na rin yan ng mama ko na hypertensive. Kung nandyan si mama ko, mamahalo. So it has really changed our lives for the better when it comes to our health. So thank you so much for recommending, Miss Lorraine.
Yes, thank you din, diba, for asking. And just to add with that, as a medtech din talaga, ang nakapagpabilib sa akin sa product na to, kasi yung gumawa ng product mismo is yung founder mismo ng USANA Health Sciences, diba, ng company mismo, is a microbiologist, immunologist, philanthropist, at the same time, diba, sobrang siya, into helping people. 'Diba? Lalo na when it comes to their health. And seeing the how they do the product, kasi syempre we have trainings about it. So seeing how they really do the product, step-by-step process, yung mga clinical studies behind it then talaga. And 80, 'di ba? 80 or 80 plus na scientists na nandun sa manufacturing plant to do the products ng Yesana. Sobrang, ay, sino pang hindi, 'di ba? Tataas talaga yung belief. Kaya I'm so happy na yan din talaga yung tinitik na products ng family ko. So yan, I hope 'di ba nabigyan ko kayo ng additional inputs about it. And kung gusto mo nang ma-try, don't hesitate or feel free mismo to tap us or to chat me directly, 'di ba? And also si Sir Donard. So ngayon, I'm down to our last question na. Since 'di ba dami natin talaga nabigay na inputs or na mga information about our topic for tonight. Pero kailangan natin sagutin talaga ang main topic or main question. Yun na nga ba is, does perfectionism ba destroys your productivity? And if yes naman, ano po yung mga tips and mga tricks or yung pwede mong maibigay sana na pwedeng gawin din namin to overcome it?
Yeah, I would say from my perspective, so far it's a yes. It's majority yes. May part na no, pero if I were to answer it, yes. Perfectionism destroys productivity. Kasi you think too much and act too little. Yeah. So I would say na when you have something in mind, plan it with people. Kasi pag masyado kang perfectionist nga, ayaw mong matouch ng ibang tao, di ba? Yung matouch ng ibang tao yung work mo. So when you remove that, you get to become a better team player, and then you acknowledge and appreciate the suggestions of other people. So kailangan talaga involved ka sa ibang mga tao kasi sabi nga 'di ba two heads are better than one. O paano pa pag community na nag-iisip, 'di ba? And someone who's already living the dream of somewhere you want to go. Kaya nga it's really really important na wag lang tayo maging a perfectionist. Humanap tayo if you want to achieve something. Don't create your own way of going there. Yes, that's good. But always remember that it's good to learn from the mistakes of others, but it's good to learn from your own mistakes, but better to get to learn from the mistakes of others. Kaya kailangan in each of our goals in life, kailangan meron tayong mentor. So what I would suggest is look for a mentor, look for a coach, look for people that would accept you for not being perfect. Yeah, for someone who's always looking for improvement. So look for people na katulad ni Miss Lorraine, di ba? Na maganda si Miss Lorraine at hinahabol talaga ng mga lalaki. Mataas lang ang standard niya sa lalaki, pero the rest, she's always adjusting herself and not being perfect and not expecting na 100% of what she does would work. Right? Kasi kung perfectionist si Miss Lorraine, I believe she would not even be doing this. Pang ilang session mo na ba to, Miss Lorraine? 4. O, di ba? Kung perfectionist si Miss Lorraine, baka hindi naka-start sa 1 or after ng 1. Ang dami kong maling nasabi. Hindi ko na lang itutuloy, di ba? Pag masyado tayong maraming criticism sa ginagawa natin, hindi talaga tayo makaka-move forward. Tanggapin natin that we will have mistakes, but a mistake will only be a mistake if you don't learn from it. Everything else is an experience, and it adds up to who you will be. Or who you want to be. So you can be more, do more, and have more in life. And if I may do my last portion, no, hashtag and changer po ang pinili ko sa Facebook kung makikita nyo or kapag nakita nyo yan sa sabay sa TikTok. Even sa TikTok, may isa pa lang ako na-upload kasi perfectionist nga ako. Kaya isang video pa lang na-upload ko. Pero I'll try to do more and be more of a human being, and do TikTok. Sumayo kahit matigas katawan ko. But always remember that we cannot go back to the past and change the beginning. But we can always start where we are and change the ending. You don't have to be great to start. You have to start, and work to be a great person on where you want to, on what you want to achieve. That's why hashtag and changer. Thank you so much, Miss Lorraine, for all of the questions, and I enjoyed this session so much. Kaya you're helping a lot of people. Please continually doing it, and I look forward to being again your
guest.
Your interviewee. Ano ba tawag sa akin? Guest next
Mhm.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so happy na ikaw po talagang aking naging guest, 'di ba? And I told you naman kung bakit, 'di ba? Kasi syempre, kahit ano lang, virtual lang po tayo kita, somehow we are knowing each other in a deeper level na din. Like, ito, napapansin mo si Coach Donard, we call him Coach kasi in our community, 'di ba? Si Coach Donard, onting ano lang sa PowerPoint, napapansin niya. So sabi ko, okay, perfect siya dito sa ating topic. And just to add with the last message that you had, 'di ba? Ito guys, I don't know if napapansin niyo, pero fan talaga ako ni Ayin Bernos, and siya yung one of the top for me na candidate ngayon sa Miss Universe or sa Miss Philippines natin. So ito yung sinabi niya sa isang interview niya. Sabi niya, perfection is not inspiring. Progress is. 'Di ba? So yun talaga siya eh. And sobrang na-struck sa akin yun. Kasi ito rin yung gusto rin kung bakit sobrang ano rin ako into content creation is to show you, 'di ba, na all of us can improve ourselves, 'di ba? Na nakikita nyo, if makita nyo yung past postings ko, sobrang iba na rin yan. Syempre kahit pa paano may improvements and that's what I want to show to people, 'di ba? Na everyone can improve, and that's the biggest room, 'di ba? The biggest room is the room for improvement. And ito nga, just to share with you then, may isa akong guy na nakausap before na about working out, ganyan. Tapos parang kinorek niya yung form ko, which I really appreciate kasi syempre pag wrong yung form mo doing workouts and then your weight, parang carrying weights or weightlifting ka, pag nagkamali ka, syempre pwede ka magkaroon ng dislocation or mga kahit anong fracture, ganyan. So, sobrang highly appreciated ko nung kinorek niya ako. Tapos sabi niya, pwede ko naman daw i-delete or i-archive yung video na pinost ko. Sabi ko, parang somehow, parang okay, sige, delete ko. Pero somehow naisip ko rin, hindi eh. Hindi ko siya i-delete just to show people na ganun ako before. Tapos nag-improve ako for the next videos, diba? So yun yung point ko din nun. Sinabi ko sa kanya. Sabi niya, oh, that's good, diba? Kung ganun. And ito din, I heard this from someone. He said that perfectionism is not the way, but it is in the way. Diba? So we really need to remove that, kumbaga, yung mismong na yan, yung trait na yan, and personally, I'm talking to myself as well. That's why I told you, diba, sa intro ng video na to, na you're gonna learn with me kasi I'm also learning from the people na inaano ko rin talaga, ini-invite ko dito. That's why I'm so grateful. And let's not allow this perfectionism, aka also known as procrastination, to delay us or hinder us from achieving the things that we want in life for ourselves and for our family, diba? So, yun lamang, and sobrang grateful talaga ako sa ating speaker. Grabe.
Pwede pa ba ako mag-add?
Of course!
Ito maano yung pagka-perfectionist ko. Ayoko kasing mabitawan nitong session na to. Kasi I want to just say, maikli lang naman to. Always remember na mapa-social media man yan or what things you are doing in life. We are here to make we are here not to impress but to make an impact. If what you're doing is having an impact on other people's life, you don't have to be impressive, you don't have to be perfect. So yun lang gusto kong i-add. Baka kasi may iba dyan na hindi ma-post yung yung kanilang mga videos, but know that people are watching you and people want to learn from you. May you look kahit di ka di ka totally gorgeous looking, hindi ka nakadress, diba? Just be real, and if it's gonna make an impact to other people, go ahead, just do it. Sabi nga ni Mentor.
Just do it. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank
Sir
you
Donard,
again.
for that. Yes. So ngayon naman, since sobrang ako talaga, natuto ako. And I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this talk natin ngayon, Sir Donald. Parang lang, one-on-one coaching ng my viewers. Ganun, diba? So ngayon naman, gusto ko syempre ma-follow ka din. Since alam ko may active ka na rin sa TikTok or sa iba mo pang social media, diba? I-plug mo na yan, Sir Donald.
Nako, kung being someone who's learning not to be a perfectionist na social media, just follow me sa aking sa Facebook, Donard Absalon, and yung sa TikTok ko, gagawin ko pa lang yon. Alam mo kasi medyo may personality ko tinatawag na blue. I like to look good in front of people, pero kailangan maging real. Kaya susunod na lang siguro yung sa TikTok ko, makikita naman yan sa Facebook and sa Instagram and sa Twitter. Pero just if you want to add me up and then see what we've been doing in the community and what I'm doing personally, you'll also have fun watching some of my videos na makwela kasi ako to be honest. I like making people smile and people laugh. So if you want to add me up, go ahead, Donard Absalon, and ganito rin yung itsura ko, ganito rin yung suot ko sa Facebook, so you won't miss it. But thank you so much sa lahat ng mga nanonood dyan at mga nanood ng ating rewind kapag natapos na Don't like myself. I
Yes.
appreciate you so much and God bless you. And more power to you, Miss Lorraine.
Thank you. I appreciate you too, diba, Sir Donald? And ngayon, gusto ko naman i-promote ang ating next episode. Ito talaga, exciting din to. And itong naudlot natin na episode na to, na sobrang excited din talaga ako to share with you guys yung magiging speaker ko rin or guest ko dito. Sobrang exciting yan. Can you feel it, diba? So, we'll be talking about love languages, diba? Green flags, red flags, and relationship talk. So again, I'm a single person and mag-usap tayo about relationship. So malalaman natin yan later on or next week Tuesday, same time, 6 p.m. And don't forget then to like, share, subscribe, follow this account of mine, diba? Lalo na sa Facebook, sa Instagram, and sa TikTok so that you will be updated sa ating mga next segments na meron or next episodes na meron tayo on mga next speakers din natin, diba? So on IG and TikTok, I am Lorraine D, double Y, and sa FB naman and Spotify, Lorraine's Lavue, or sa YouTube din natin mismo, diba? So again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment your content suggestions. And eto, I want to live this now. Whatever is thinkable is possible. Kaya naman, don't forget to make someone smile today. So again, thank you everyone for plugging in tonight, and sobrang grateful din ako sa speaker natin tonight. And have a great Tuesday night, everyone. God bless. Thank you, Sir Donard.